Well, Canelo and Jamel is fighting. I wanted to fight Jamel next, since he was the 154-pound undisputed champion. But as you know, they're gonna strip him for his belt once the bell ring when he fight Canelo.
So your goal was to go up and become undisputed in 3 different weight classes.
There you go.
Wow.
Something that never been done before.
Right.
And it's greatness. Like I said, this is my era, and I'm taking it. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. So now I didn't shift gears, because I know I wanted to fight Jamel, but if he lose to Canelo, I always said, man, that's a big step. That's a big step. But for a person to go up 3 weight classes from 147 to 168 and to win, and become undisputed, wow. What can they say? They can't say nothing right now, but what can they say?
Well, then you're in like the greatest of all time discussion.
I'm already in them.
Yeah,
them discussions. But I'm saying, but what would they say though? 3-time undisputed champion and the smaller fighter that went up 3 weight divisions to conquer one of the baddest mans besides itself, that's been doing it for probably longer than me.
So you said 68, but you mean 54, right?
No, 68.
You want to go up to 68. So
yeah.
So who would you fight at 68? Canelo?
If he win, or Charlo, the winner.
Wow.
What up? It's your boy, back again. Marlo knows basketball and Marlo knows boxing. Back at y'all with another one. And of course, I hate to gloat. I hate to say I was right, but I was right. Just like Bud Crawford said, Canelo versus Bud is the biggest fight in boxing. The biggest fight in boxing, bar none. The only way it's not the biggest fight is if Jamel beats Canelo. That's what's putting the magnifying glass on September 30th, ladies and gentlemen. If Jamel is able to beat Canelo, that turns everything around, and it makes it Bud versus Jamel, a whole nother storyline. But the point that I'm trying to make is, I was right. If you go back to my last boxing video, I said that Bud Crawford was afraid of Canelo, because Bud Crawford kept coming out saying that there's no way that he would be willing to fight Canelo Alvarez because Canelo Alvarez is too big. Canelo Alvarez, of course, fights at 168. He's fought at 175, lost to Bivol, realized that that's a little bit too big for him. Canelo's comfortable weight is 168 pounds, which is the super middleweight, which is where he is undisputed at. And Jamel is challenging him for that undisputed title. I want to apologize to Bud Crawford, because I said Bud Crawford was afraid of Canelo, afraid of greatness, even though that was the biggest fight in boxing and the fight that could do the most for Bud financially and legacy-wise. And of course, like I said in my last video, a Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez fight would do 2 to 3 million pay-per-view buys at least. We're talking about a payday of at least $100 million for each fighter. Both fighters, both Bud and Canelo, they fight would both make at least $100 million a piece. We're talking about 2 to 3 million pay-per-view buys at least. So both fighters will walk away with close to $100 million each. That's too much money to pass by. Everybody told me I was crazy. The video that I made saying that Bud was scared and Bud should fight Canelo, look at the comment section, bro. Look at the comment section. Everybody tore me up and told me I was crazy. They said weight classes are there for a reason, and Bud shouldn't go up there because it's too much. Canelo's too big. It's too much money to pass up. That's first of all. It's too much money to pass up. It's too much money to pass up. And Canelo's not too big. And that's not too much weight to go up. Not for that kind of payday. Not for this big of a fight. This is legacy right here. And first and foremost, it's $100 million guaranteed. It's guaranteed that both these guys are going to walk away with a payday at $100 million. I don't think Canelo made $100 million when he fought Floyd Mayweather. This will be his first $100 million as well. So both of them are going to walk away with more money than they've made for any fight their whole career. We're talking about a Mayweather type of payday. Mayweather money. Mayweather money Bud can make. Why wouldn't he take it? Of course, we know that Floyd Mayweather made over $100 million fighting Canelo Alvarez himself. Huge payday. Like, why would you pass that up? And Floyd did it multiple times. And that's why he's made the most money in boxing. Because he knew what the biggest fights were. He didn't care who the opponent was. It's the biggest fight that could be made. He's going to make it and take that money. And of course, Floyd again made over $200 million fighting Manny Pacquiao. A long-awaited fight that everybody was waiting for. In this fight, if Canelo is able to beat Jermell Charlo, especially if he wins in dominant fashion, Canelo versus Bud will be bigger, I feel like. I feel like if Canelo dominates Jermell and beats him in impressive fashion, like knocks him out or dominates him like Bud just did to Spence, Canelo versus Bud might be bigger than Mayweather and Pacquiao. I'm talking about maybe 5 million pay-per-view buys. They might break the record. And it's all about the money. I mean, we see Tyson Fury taking the fight with Francis Ngannou. Floyd Mayweather also did the same thing and set that blueprint against Conor McGregor. Another over $200 million payday. I'm telling you, it's about the money. It's about the money. But it's also about legacy. On the last video, when I said Bud was scared, of course, you know, before Bud came out just now on the Joe Rogan show and said he's going to fight Canelo at 168 if Canelo beats Jermell. On my last video, I said he was scared. Everybody came at me and tried to attack me in the comment section and say I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's a dumb statement to make, that Bud's scared for not fighting Canelo and they shouldn't make that weight. They have weight classes for a reason. You guys do understand that Bud Crawford started at 135 pounds. So him going to 168 is what? 33 pounds. He's going up 33 pounds. Manny Pacquiao started at 98 pounds. He started at 98 pounds and he went all the way up to 150. 150. He went up 52 pounds from the start, from where he started all the way to where the highest he fought. That's 52 pounds he went up. And nobody looked at him crazy. It's called daring to be great. Roberto Duran, who I have in my top 5 all time, greatest fighters of all time, hands of stone. He started at 130 pounds and he went up to 168. And he started at 130. Bud started at 135. So him going up to 168 is not more than what Hands of Stone did. That's not more than what Roberto Duran did. Nobody looked at Roberto Duran crazy for going up to 168. Nobody said that people were crazy for saying that Roberto Duran can go up to 168. It's called daring to be great. It's called daring to be great. Don't put limitations, man. Stop it with the nonsense, man. We've seen other great fighters. Bud Crawford is trying to be one of the greatest of all time. He already is. And other all-time great fighters like Roberto Duran have gone up more weight than he will be going up to fight Canelo at 168. So stop with the nonsense. And of course, Roy Jones Jr. Talk about daring to be great. He started at 154 pounds and he went all the way up to heavyweight to fight John Ruiz. John Ruiz came into his fight with Roy Jones Jr. at over 230 pounds. So Roy Jones went up from 154, where his opponents had to make a weight of 154 when he first started. Started at 154, goes up to heavyweight, where he's fighting opponents that are coming in at 230 pounds plus. 230 pounds plus he fought an opponent at. That's what, 80 pounds that he went up? 80 pounds, give or take? But we're saying that Bud Crawford going up to 168, which would only be 33 pounds. He's going up 33 pounds from where he started. That would be too much. But nobody said that there was anything wrong or it was unrealistic for Roy Jones to go from 154 to fighting an opponent that's coming in at over 230 pounds. It's called daring to be great. And the only people that are saying that it's unrealistic, I'm starting to notice. These are the people that don't want Bud Crawford to beat Canelo. These are the people that are afraid. These are the Canelo fans that are afraid of Bud Crawford. They're afraid that Canelo might get done like how Spence just got done. And as a Spence fan, I feel your pain. But whether Canelo fans like it or not, man, Bud Crawford is going for greatness. He's going for greatness. He's trying to be the greatest of all time. Right now, on my list, Muhammad Ali is number 1. Greatest of all time. I never thought in a million years that a fighter in 2023 could actually have a chance to take that spot. Bud Crawford is threatening Muhammad Ali right now, to me. Like, he's threatening Muhammad Ali. If you got Sugar Ray Robinson as your GOAT, he's threatening Sugar Ray Robinson. He's threatening, all the greats are threatened right now. The whole boxing community, the whole sport of boxing is afraid right now because things are about to get shook up. Things are about to get shook up. If Canelo is able to beat Jermell and Bud goes up to 168 and beats Canelo, we're going to have to rethink our all-time list. We're going to have to rethink those lists, ladies and gentlemen. People are going to have to come up out that spot. Muhammad Ali been sitting on that throne for a while now. Bud say, hey, come out of my throne. Burn it at the side of your dome. Come out of my throne, Bud Crawford is saying. And he's talking to the greatest of all time. But Bud Crawford goes up and beats Canelo. If Canelo's able to beat Jermell, he goes up to 168 and beats Canelo. Bud Crawford might be the greatest of all time. And I've been looking at a lot of what's going on since Bud Crawford has said this. He just said it like 2 days ago. The Joe Rogan video dropped like 2 days ago. And I'm seeing a lot of scared people. A lot of scared people like Punch Drunk Boxing talking about Bud Crawford's crazy. Nah, he ain't crazy. He chasing greatness. And all the Canelo fans, all the Canelo supporters are scared. They're scared. They're scared they're going to have that same look on their face as us Spence supporters had when Bud dominated and destroyed Errol Spence. They're afraid that the same thing might happen to Canelo Alvarez. But I can't put all of that on Canelo himself. I don't feel like he's scared, but he is shying away from it. When they ask him about it, he doesn't look at it like a realistic possibility. Well, now, Canelo, it is a realistic possibility, and Bud's willing to do it. So what's up? If he beats Jermell, I don't expect Canelo to respond now, but if he beats Jermell, we need a response, Canelo. If you win that fight, I want to hear a response.
What do you say? I can't go down anymore. But like he say, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't wanna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because then everybody's gonna say it's too small, it's too small, it's too small, and then you know he need to enjoy his fight.
Okay,
He deserves it.
last
He
question
deserves it.
here. Guys,
I like Spence, but I like Spence and all the respect for him and everything. But I knew. I think is the type of fight Terrence Crawford is fighter is different.
all right, thank you.